Talk about the importance of what we saw Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union do at the NAACP Awards. Particularly, I've watched this speech now 3 times. When Dwayne Wade says about Zaya, born into the person you were meant to be, our baby girl. I mean, my heart just swelled hearing that.
Absolutely, because they're not speaking as activists. They are speaking as parents. Dwayne Wade also said that my job is to facilitate your hopes and your dreams. And isn't that what we all want as parents? Isn't that what we all should want as people in our community who are here to support our kids and our youth? And I got to say that NAACP Image Awards was powerful in so many ways. Yes, because of their speech, but also because of the ways they highlighted the queer community. I mean, you saw Queen Latifah hosting it. You saw Brittany Griner and her wife come out on stage and be greeted with a standing ovation. That was an important moment for our community and also a call to action.
Speaking of all those folks you just mentioned, there are some folks who still having a time of it trying to make the connection between the two civil rights. So what are the biggest challenges to connecting the civil rights fights of people of color, of Black people, and queer and trans folks?
This is one fight. Look, if our opposition has taught us anything, it is that our fates and our freedom are all intertwined. I mean, whether you look at Florida, where they're attacking AP African American studies at the same time as queer theory, or you look across the country where the same people that are attacking reproductive freedom and racial justice and voting rights are also coming for trans kids. This is a moment where we have to stand together. Our very survival requires it. And as Gabrielle Union said, the question is, are we going to fight for some of us, or are we going to fight for all of us?
And so then how is the Human Rights Campaign working to connect these two fights for equality?
Look, we are showing up, and we're showing up full force, especially when you look at the state legislative landscape across this country. We're experiencing an all-out attack. Of course, we've seen hundreds of anti-LGBTQ plus bills move across the state, nearly 400, in fact, more than we've ever seen. But we're also seeing attacks across all of our communities. So we feel like our job is to tell the story of what's really happening, to call out the hate for exactly what it is, and to build an intersectional coalition that's fighting back. And that's what we're seeing play out on the ground in states across the country.
So, Kelly, do you think, is this a generational fight that we're in? Like, once we get past this generational fight, we'll maybe not be in the clear, but be in a much better place than we are right now?
I think this is a turning point moment. I think our opposition has found that their attacks on our communities have fallen flat. They've come for marriage same-sex marriage year after year, and they've lost year after year. They saw a devastating defeat in so many races in the 2022 election cycle, where their attempts to use attacks on the trans community to draw wedges in the Black community fell flat in places like Georgia. So they are grasping straws for anything that will work. And this is a time. This is a time where we can come together and say that it is not going to happen, not on our watch. And I think that's the kind of movement energy that you're seeing rise up.
So then what do you make of this law that was just signed by Tennessee Governor Bill Lee?
It's harsh. It is. Especially when you see these bills that really are attacking our kids. And I think the story that we need to tell is the one that Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade did, that these bills are actually resulting in real life violence. 1 in 5 of all hate crimes are perpetrated against the LGBTQ plus community. That's what they're motivated by. We're seeing the Proud Boys show up at drag queen story hours. There are real life implications. And even though this bill has been signed into law, we have seen hundreds of people rise up in Tennessee to protest against it because it's not the will of the people. And we know that this bill is intentionally vague in the way that it's written. Its intention has been to ban drag, but really its true intent is to create a culture of fear in Tennessee, to push people back into the closet. So this is a temporary victory, but it's one that's motivating people across the country to see the hypocrisy playing out in the state.